Welcome back to the Law of Happy podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Tatner. I'm an attorney and I teach laughter as an exercise. When we laugh, we feel good and we raise our energy. This allows more good, fun things to flow into our experience. This is the Law of Happy. So let's laugh, have fun, and practice the Law of Happy together. Today's episode is a fun laughter experiment where we laugh and chat with our guest, Jeni. Jeni is the host of the podcast called the Cheetah Print Chats. She started this podcast to share life lessons with her nieces from her own personal life experience. Life lessons that will never go out of style, much like, in Jeni's opinion, cheetah print. And I happen to agree. Jeni hopes her podcast can inspire her nieces, of course, and as many women as possible at any age. She also wants this to be a safe space for younger women to find advice and encouragement that they may not feel they have in their own life. Jeni's podcast covers a wide range of topics, including setting boundaries, travel, fitness, body image, self-care, money tips, grief, and more. Without further ado, let's meet and laugh with Jeni. Jeni, welcome. I'm so happy and excited that you're our special guest today on the Law of Happy podcast. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Listen, how I like to start is to jump right in with a fun, interactive laughter exercise game, just as a warm up for us and for our listeners. How do you feel about this? And I'll explain once I get your consent.
Let's do it. I've never done it before. Let's try it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for being open and open-minded. And that's all one has to be in this type of situation. So basically, we're going to use laughter as an exercise. I'm not going to tell a joke. So it's not going to be like a comedy based, but we can do that at another time. But anyway, so we're going to laugh as an exercise because they say laughter is the best medicine. So many benefits to laughing. It's really unbelievable. I get excited every time I think about it and experience it. Because the body can't tell the difference whether we're laughing because a joke made us laugh, if we're laughing spontaneously in that case, or if we're simulating laughter as an exercise. We get all of the same incredible health benefits. So I just find that a lot of fun. We'll jump right in. I will do a laughter intro game. So I'm going to say my name, then I'm going to tell you my favorite flower, and then I'm going to start laughing. And then when I start laughing, join me and laugh with me. And viewers and listeners do the same thing. You'll laugh with us. Then we'll stop laughing. And then, Jeni, it'll be your turn to introduce yourself and say your favorite flower, and we'll laugh with you after that. Okay? Yeah. Oh, and everybody, a great tip for this is before you start laughing with us, like before you start to simulate your laughter as an exercise, just take in a gentle breath in so that you can then laugh as you exhale, just so you have air in your lungs to allow the laughter to flow out. It helps. Okay. Any questions before we start? Okay, we'll try it out. This is all experiential. Okay. Hi, my name is Lauren Tatner, and my favorite, or one of my favorite flowers, is the sunflower. Oh, thank you.
Okay, that was better. That was easy. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you felt that way because it can feel funny at first, and that's normal too. Okay. So whenever you're ready, Jeni, you can introduce yourself by saying your name, and then you can let us know one of your favorite flowers, and then we'll laugh with you.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jeni, and one of my favorite flowers is the tulip.
Do tulips smell or have a scent?
Did you say does it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember. I just love them because my mom loves them, and especially the yellow ones. I love all yellow flowers.
Oh, me too. And I didn't mean to put you on the spot with whether or not
okay.
it. Okay.
No,
I was just trying to remember.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
don't remember.
but they are beautiful. They are beautiful.
Yes,
And thank you,
you're
Jenny,
welcome.
and
Thank you.
listeners for joining us. Is that your first time practicing or laughter as an exercise or trying something like that? I'm just
Yes,
wondering. Oh, yeah.
yes, that was the very first time.
Okay. That was amazing, Jenny, because not only trying it for the first time is, I think, pretty brave. You've got to be open because it can feel very different. I don't think as adults we're used to just laughing for no reason like that. And you're doing it as a podcast guest. Okay, so I just want to thank you extra for all of this because it's a lot of fun to share this with someone else, with you, and then to share this with our listeners. So thank you so much, and I hope you're feeling good.
Yes, I'm feeling good. That was fun.
Okay, cool. We'll do more of that later, but I want to get into to learning more about you. You're also a podcast host. I love the concept of your podcast. Can you tell us the name of your podcast and the concept, like what it's all about?
Yeah, for sure. So the name is the Cheetah Print Chats Podcast. And the whole reason that it started was because I've got nieces, and one of them is a teenager, so she can understand me when I try to give advice. But the other ones I have a toddler niece and a baby niece, so they don't need my advice right now. They're not going to get it. So I'm thinking, okay, I have so much to share with them, so maybe a podcast would be the best place to do it. And then I decided, if I'm going to do a podcast, I might as well share it with everyone, because who knows who might need an honorary aunt or some adult woman in their life. And I'm sharing from my experiences. I'm not trying to come in and be an expert and replace medical advice or anything like that. And I have disclaimers in my podcast about that, but I will have guests, like if we want to dive deeper into something, I will have guests that are experts. But the Cheetah Print Chats got its name because I love cheetah print, and I'm actually wearing cheetah print. I feel like my life lessons are never going to go out of style. And in my opinion, cheetah print is never going to go out of style. So that's how the name came about.
I love that. That's so much fun and so helpful. I love the concept and how it started. Your nieces were your inspiration, and they're lucky to have such a loving, warm, amazing aunt like yourself. And I think that's so generous of you to share yourself and your love and wisdom based on your experiences with the world, with everyone who's going to be fortunate to tune into your podcast. So I'm really excited about everything that you're growing and creating. I want to go more into everything, but can we start with more about your personal or any part of your personal journey that you want to share?
Yes, for sure. I'm in my early 40s. I don't have any kids. Like I mentioned, though, I have 3 nieces. I'm engaged to be married. It'll be both of our second marriage. We're going to be married in October.
Oh, very nice. Congratulations on your engagement. And this is,
Thank you.
yeah, very exciting time.
Right. Yeah. I think it's going to be really good. We are pet parents through and through. We love animals. I love fitness as well. And I actually run accountability groups for some ladies. So we work out and check in and talk about it every day and keep each other going. I love hiking and being out in nature. And that's something I think I've been doing 6 or 7, maybe longer years.
Even if somebody's not hiking up the biggest, tallest mountain, just being out and walking in nature is grounding and helps you be in the present moment, right? Do you notice a change when you're outside or when you come back from the hike?
I do, yes. And you mentioned you don't have to go climb and hike the highest mountain. We are like day hikers, so we go to the different national parks around here, or just the little city parks, or sometimes I'm just walking around the block. Either way, even when I go outside, like if I'm really stressed at work, I will go take a 5-minute walk around the block, and it just like clears my head and helps me get focused. And it's stress relief. I guess it helps me feel lighter and more focused.
Yes, definitely. I'm always excited to hear about different practices and things that people incorporate in their own lives to feel good or feel better, or to just come back to the present moment. Because I find that no matter who we are, what we do, what we know or try to practice, it's so easy to just get caught up thinking about stuff that we've said or done in the past, just stressing about stuff that hasn't happened yet, but that we're worried about regarding the future. And it's really in the present moment that we can just access and find that inner peace, or all of the good feelings that we want. It's really the only moment we have is it's the present moment, because the past is over, the future hasn't happened yet, and it's really by being in the present. And we hear this, but we don't necessarily know what we can do practically to come back or be in that present moment. So thank you. It's a great reminder that just being outside in nature is a great way to come back to the present, to be in the present moment. And I find even for myself, like when I go outside with my dog, I mean, he's about 16 years old now, so he doesn't want to go for long walks anymore, but even just getting outside just for a bit, for as long as he wants to be outside, and just breathing in the air, feeling the ground beneath my feet, just being aware, okay, I'm outside now. It's a different energy, and just being present in that moment just for a few minutes, I find so helpful. And like you described, just feeling lighter, refreshed, and it just helps my energy just move up.
You nailed it with the different energy. It's a different energy.
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to know from you if you have any tricks on how to tune out the outside noise, to just tune into what feels right for you and to follow your heart and being true and honoring what's best for you.
Yeah, I can try. So I am a recovering people pleaser. I'm working on it. But in the past, I would just go along with what everyone said, and I would do what was expected, and I would listen to what everyone said, and I would feel hurt if someone didn't agree with me, or I would just be really upset. So I'm working through all of that. The younger you can figure this out, the better. But I'm a young 40, I'm low 40s, and I'm finally figuring it out. But nobody can do things for you. They can't make you happy. You start to really understand you and what you want and what you need. And then you really have to sometimes be bold and set boundaries and make sure that you are honoring you and what you need. Stay true to you. And if you're on social media, that can be even harder because you've got all the internet trolls and all these things coming at you. But remember, if you're upsetting someone, you're probably doing something right. So you know what's right for you. Just keep going on that path. Keep going.
What you were saying was reminding me of a laughter exercise that I like to do. Liliana had taught me this one. It's called brushing off the judges, or letting things go. We're going to pretend we're sweeping dirt or dust or critics off of our shoulders. So we just let's say we can take our right hand and brush our left shoulder, brush it off. Like, what do they say? Brush the dirt off your shoulder. It makes me think about so you just take your right hand and pretend you're like sweeping dust or things that you want to just let go of off of your opposite shoulder. Take your left hand, brush your right shoulder. Then when you do this, laugh, because we're going to imagine that our laughter, the more we laugh and brush off our shoulders, it just releases. Oh, flicking wires now, my headphone wires. The more we laugh, the more it releases all of those voices and pressures, releases it, and allows everything we want for ourselves to flow into our lives and for us to be open to it. So if we can practice that, let's try that together. So we're going to pretend we're brushing the outside stuff off of our shoulders, and we laugh to let go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. And take a deep breath in before you laugh. We're brushing it off. Oh, that's good. And the other shoulder, brush, laugh. Shoot, fly, don't bother. What were you going to say?
I said, get off.
Yeah, get off. They're off. They're flying away. Because you are complete, human, and whole just as you are. And only you know what's best for you. And what anyone else says, that's where they're coming from. And oftentimes I find that if it sounds negative, a limiting belief, it's because that's how they feel in their own life. And that's okay. We can't change anybody else. And I don't want to, and we can't. And just realize, okay, like I detach myself from it. I realize, okay, whatever they're saying could be annoying and frustrating, but I tell myself it's nothing to do with me. That's where they're coming from. And I'm just going to let that go. I'm going to leave that with them and just focus back in with what feels right and good or feels better for me, because only I know, no one else knows.
Exactly.
Yeah, so thank you for doing that exercise with me and sharing everything that you've shared. And Jeni, is there anything that you'd like to share that I didn't touch upon?
The only other really big thing that I do for my mental health and my sanity is exercise and workout. Exercise is so much more than physical. It's so good for your mental health and your mindset. And so next time you want to do a workout with weights or dance or go walk, just remember it's not just about physical. It's really helping your mind and your well-being, your happiness.
Yes, very important to know this. So thank you for sharing this. And yes, moving in any form, like in the form of working out and just moving, having our muscles and body be active is so important, like you said, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, for so many reasons. Jeni, how can people find you? How can they follow you on social media, listen to your podcast? Oh, and we're going to have everything in the show notes, but I want to invite you to share verbally and tell us how different ways people can find you.
Okay. My podcast is the Cheetah Print Chats. And then on Instagram, I am Jeni302, but my name is Jeni302. So it's spelled a little bit differently, but you can reach me there as well.
Okay, amazing. So people have different ways to connect with you, learn more about what you do, and tune into your podcast. So thank you so much, Jeni, for having been a guest and sharing everything that you've shared. And congratulations again on your podcast. And thank you for having been so open and laughing with me, because that takes a lot of openness. So I appreciate that.
Yep. I was nervous and excited about that because, like I said, I've never done it before, but it was good. I liked it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. And it goes along with what you were saying about the importance of physical exercise too. So in this case, we're using laughter as a form of exercise. There's a cardio or an aerobic component to it. And but there are also emotional and mental benefits to it too. So everything that you said for the importance of being physically active and working out, yeah, I get it, because it applies to laughter as an exercise. So I'm glad we shared all that. So thank you so much again, Jeni, and we'll speak and laugh soon. Oh, and we can do our goodbye laughter where we wave and laugh and say goodbye. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Jeni. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you for having tuned into this Law of Happy episode. If you smiled, laughed, or felt inspired, please subscribe, rate, review, and share the Law of Happy podcast with someone you'd love to have fun with. And if you'd like to laugh with me as a guest on the show or in a customized program, you can email me at lauren@lawofhappy.com. I look forward to laughing with you soon.